I know what you're wondering. How many button-down shirts does Renee own? And the answer is 25 and 2 button-down dresses. Today I wanted to talk about failure, specifically artistic applications like grant applications and applying for schools and things like that. I've been applying for grants and contests and lots of things since 2010, and I've kept very rigorous logs about my successes and my failures. So I actually wanted to share that with you. So this is my applications folder from 2010 to present, and you can see if I open up a folder at random, I have lots of failures and some successes. So let's just start at the beginning. 2010, I applied for one thing, the monk competition, and was rejected. I was young, but I learned a lot from doing that application. And then 2011, I applied for 6 things and was rejected for all of them. These included BAMF, the Canada Council for the Arts, the Council for the Arts in Ottawa, the Ontario Arts Council, and the City of Ottawa. Basically everything I could be rejected from, I was rejected from. But then, come to 2012, I applied for a whole bunch of things, and I do have a bunch of rejections, but I also have like 4 acceptances, and things started to turn around from there. 2013 was the first year where I had more acceptances than rejections, and then 2014, I only had 1 acceptance, but I only applied to 1 thing. And, the years after that have been kind of a mixed bag, so 2015, some rejections, some acceptances. This one was only an acceptance on a technicality. And then, same thing with 2016. And then just this year I haven't really applied for much yet. The point is, what I've learned from all of these rejections is that a lot of the time it isn't about me. I usually take the opportunity to contact the panel who judged me to find out why I was rejected. And what I learned is that sometimes you're not what they're looking for. They have a specific idea in mind for who they want to give their grant to, and that's not you. Sometimes your application was great, but it had one problem with it, maybe a budget, maybe something else. Sometimes your application was great, but there were other great people who were more deserving of the grant. It doesn't mean that you weren't deserving also, but they only have a limited number of grants. So the point here is that failure isn't always about you. Sometimes it is. Sometimes when you phoned in an application, or when you didn't give your best. But if you do try your best and you're always striving for excellence, it's important not to take the failures too personally. It's important not to look at failures as something that is wrong with you, because it's often not about that. I'm glad that I did every single one of these applications. And if you look at the stats here, I applied for 31 things since 2010. And I've had 20 rejections and 11 acceptances. That's not nothing. 11, that's 1 out of every 3 applications that I apply for is an acceptance. That's great. So it really keeps me motivated to get those 2 rejections out of the way and get to that 3rd acceptance. Not every year is like that. It's always a mixed bag. But the point is to keep applying, to keep striving for excellence. Yeah. The other side of this is to not take the acceptances as proof positive that you are better than other people. Because just like it's not always about you when you are rejected, it's also not always about you if you're accepted. It's kind of good to just approach these things as part of the job. You continue to write the applications, you continue to submit them, some of them are accepted, some of them are rejected, and you maintain an even ego throughout the process. Anyway, this has been really important for me as a professional artist, so I thought I would share it with you also. This has been VEDA, day 23. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments about your experience with applying for grants or contests or other things. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for today. I've been Renee, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
It's possible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. It's possible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage.